This is the first race of the season, the Richmond International Raceway Criterium. The fact that it's mid-March, which is pretty early to be racing, and the fact that this course is a flat circle, which favors pure sprinters more so than someone like myself, meant that I didn't stand much of a chance, but that didn't stop me from trying. As you can see, my heart rate hits max right at the finish line. 14th place. The Black Hills Circuit race is the next weekend. Not much time to improve fitness, but still a good opportunity to train. This race features a small hill. Every year I think the hill will benefit someone relatively light like myself, and every year I ride away disappointed. Fact is, it's a short hill that doesn't trouble the sprinters too badly, and again, it's mid-March, so my fitness isn't there yet. 17th place. This is the Carl Dolan 3-4 circuit race. This race is known for its crashes on the short climb to the finish line. Take note of how far back I am with 30 seconds left in the race. The mantra in my head is find someone strong, so that I can draft my way to the finish line. This is a bit of a longer clip, but it's worth the wait. Watch the rider in white to my right. He gets out of the saddle with an insane cadence, and I jump on his tail like a lion on a gazelle. As luck would have it, the peloton shifts left, and I have the strongest man in the entire race to draft. "30 miles per hour up at 5% grade is no joke. What's more impressive is that he has enough left in the tank to go again and leave me in the dust. I crack and get passed by one more for third overall and first place in the Cat 4s. This was definitely the highlight of the season. The Category 4-5 race doesn't go as smoothly. On the sprint to the finish, an inexperienced rider cracks and tries to get out of the way by moving to the right. A look over his left shoulder and an overlapped wheel sends him down on the ground. He isn't the only rider to go down on this notorious hill. I back off and decide one win for the day is good enough. Remember to hold your line if you have a flat tire or if you crack during the sprint. 20th place. This is the All-American Road Race. I went into this race knowing there was going to be a crash at the end. Lots of riders and a narrow finish means lots of opportunity for crashes. I spent the majority of the race attempting to get a breakaway going. Unfortunately, I'm not much of a time trialist, and NCVC was determined to chase down all breakaways. So there was a crash, and although I wasn't involved, I got spooked and ended up in the grass. 45th place. This race is a favorite of mine, Rock Liddit's Criterium. It's right in the center of a festival, so there's tons of spectators. It's also the race where that ESPN clip of the guy riding full speed into the barricades comes from. I'm in decent shape at this point, so I do my best to ride at the front, and it pays off with a second place. Unfortunately, my front camera malfunctioned, so use your imagination. It's now May, and this is the Fort Ritchie Criterium. The final corner on this race is very important, because there isn't much road left before the finish line. I push hard on the last lap to ensure I'm near the front going through that corner. Even though I'm very strong at this point in the season, I'm still not much of a sprinter, and I end up taking second place. Mount Joy Road Race, which is my last race as a Category 4, and I slide out. I take the inside line on a wide corner and hit some gravel hidden in the shade. By the time I get on the bike, there's a sizable gap. I ride at 96% of my max heart rate for 10 minutes in an attempt to chase back on, but it's not good enough. DNF. It's now June, and this is the Ride Sally Ride race, and my first race as a Category 3. I spend the race getting used to more aggressive maneuvers and faster speeds. 15th place. This is my first stage race, the Tour of Washington County. The road race is brutal, and I barely managed to hang on for a pack finish. Being a freshly upgraded Cat 3 and having no time trial ability meant getting creamed in the time trial. Finally, the Criterium was just too much for me, and I get dropped. It was a good experience, but not something I see myself ever excelling at. DNF. The Bicycle Escape Mabra Championship. This was the funnest race of the whole season. I know I'm not a contender for the win, so I spend the whole race helping my teammates by chasing down every breakaway attempt I can. I felt like a golden retriever chasing a ball. It was a blast. 43rd place. This is the Marietta Criterium. It's my first 1-2-3 race. I'm feeling confident after being able to ride at the front and participate in breakaways during my last Cat 3 race. So I decided to go with the breakaway in this race. Big mistake. I tapped the brakes in a corner and get gapped. I stupidly chased at 32 miles per hour for a minute to catch back on. The brake gets caught and a counterattack goes and I crack and get dropped from the peloton soon after. 1-2-3 is a different beast. DNF. Dog Days, the last race of the season, was not filmed unfortunately. I got a new frame and was in the process of switching the components to my new Diamondback Podium, so I ended up borrowing bikes. I got mixed up in a crash in a 1-2-3 race and managed 20th in the Cat 3-4 race while showing off some blood. Thanks for watching.